Good day, my brothers. Good day. This is Brother Parker here with the Kingdom in Action, keyword action. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm coming to you. So, look, I was listening to a sermon today and it was talking about don't get adjusted to the darkness. And he kind of just laid out a timeline about how things have gone to the point that we just become numb to the perversions and things that's going on. And so I just want to come to you. So don't get adjusted to the darkness. Y'all remember back, what was that movie? The Gone with the Wind. Gone with the Wind had came out and they was going through a whole bunch of controversy about that movie because through the whole movie, it was towards the end when he said, frankly, my dear, I just don't give a damn. That was a big thing back then because back in the day, there were moral and decency things that they just were not going to. TV was about entertainment. And so when TV evolved, they made sure that it stayed entertaining, comedy and shows and game shows. Anything beyond that never made TV. And when they started introducing movies to TV, if you saw the movie and it had a lot of cursing and profanity, sexual scenes, all that, they cut it out. You used to watch a movie. If you saw the movie in the theater and then you watched it on TV, it was so cut up. You didn't enjoy it because you saw it in the movies and it's like it was all cut up. And but that's because there were standards. There were standards and lines that would not be. But the devil infiltrated and saw that he can use television and so forth to infiltrate and start corrupting the minds of people. And that's what he did. We got used to the darkness because now you look at television and you see everything. And it's just not television, it's everything in the world. We've become adjusted to the darkness. That's why I started the Kingdom in Action, because we as men, we got to stay in the light. Don't get used to the darkness. And what I'm saying is, so like in some schools, they now have drag queen. That's what they call them. These are men dressing up in these flamboyant women costumes that come to your school and read to your kids something crazy. Is this going on in your area? Take a stand. We have to be the voice of reason. We have to stand on the word of God. And the perversion and the silliness and the nastiness that they're trying to push on us and our children needs to stop. When I heard this sermon, I just felt compelled to let us know why we are here. We have a purpose. And so if you have kids in school, you make sure that you're going to the parent-teacher conferences when they have. You let that teacher know. I don't know what y'all got in this school going on, but my child does not participate in none of this craziness. Let the teacher know that if you have any problems out of my child, you just call one of us. Call me. Call me. I guarantee you won't have no more problems out of him because I'll come down here and get them straight. Him or her. That's how it used to be. I know my parents, my mother, I couldn't get away with it. I tried. I couldn't. Because they called my parents and I had to pay the price for being stupid. And that's how it should be. You should not ever be that busy or that tied up that you can't be involved in your kids' activity and find out what they're learning, who they're learning it from, what's going on. Have y'all heard of this stuff? Fur babies. Here where I'm at, I didn't believe it. I had to hear it from a teacher. Fur babies. These are kids that think that they're pets. And they allow them to come to school because the school said, oh, we have to be all inclusive. We have to make sure everybody feels accepted. So these kids come to school thinking that they're cats and whatnot, and they have to accommodate them and allow them to be these animals. How can you teach in an environment when you got kids running around thinking that they're animals? I blame the parents. This is not that should be allowed at the house. You're not an animal. You're a boy or a girl. You're not a he, she, you're a boy. You're a boy. You're a man, you're a little man, you're a boy, that's what you are. You need to act like you're a girl. You need to act like a girl. This is what you are. You are a girl. You're a girl, act like a girl. We've gotten used to the darkness. And so we just accept all this mess. Come into the light, people. Men, come into the light. You have to make your voice known. The word of God says exactly how it's supposed to be. And so you got to get involved. You got to know what your kids are. You got to be mindful of what they're watching, what's being let into your house. I know parents personally, they don't allow the computer in their child's room. They don't have a laptop in their room. They have the one computer is in the kitchen area or area that's out public where they can see. You want to use the computer? There it is. You use the computer outside. You're not going to be locked up in your room. You're not going to be locked up in your room on your phone. You've gotten used to the darkness. And so we allow all this stuff. This is me. You do what you want, your household. I'm just saying, this is you have your kids and stuff, and I know you give them the phone for communication, whatever. You don't have to buy them the latest and greatest. You really don't. You can get them a regular flip phone that talks and texts. That's all you need them to do is call you and text you. They don't need to have access to the internet. They don't need to have, because then you have to make sure you put all those safeguards on the phone so they're not going, they don't need to be on TikTok. They don't need to be on Facebook. They don't need to be on none of that. See, again, we got used to the darkness. We got used to the darkness because they'll say, well, this is what we do. This is how we communicate. No, no. It just become an acceptable way of what we do. But that's not how you communicate. You communicate with your mouth, with words, you speak. That's how you communicate. We've accepted stuff as we've gone through time, we've just accepted, gotten used to the darkness. Let the light shine. Let God's light shine. It'll put a stop to all this nonsense. Man, we got to show up and we got to show out. And this sermon here. I'm gonna have a link to this sermon in the description. You listen to it. You listen to it because we as a society have just let so much stuff go by to now, and we got to take ground back. Time is short. Time is short, but we got to get it together. We got to pull it together. We got to get our families back on track, our communities and our churches. We got to show up. We got to be there. This weekend, this Sunday, our church served at one of the local organizations that serve the homeless. And I'm just looking out at all these people. I mean, I want to go out and, man, what's your story? What happened? How did this happen? So many from elderly, they're walking around with those push walkers to young mothers with their kids. It was just that vast of a range. I don't know how they ended, and it really doesn't matter. The point is these people need help, and we need to be there. We need to help however we can. Our kids need to see this. If you work or volunteer at a food center or whatever, you need make sure you take your kids with you. Let them see just how the world is. This is what we need to do. We need to help one another. Man, we got to step up. Oh, I said that to also say that we also started so our local high school, which is like literally across the street. We kind of adopted them. We want to help out. So there's already a program where they kind of feed the football team, varsity and JVs. And so they wanted men to come out and meet with the players and kind of be men figures so we could talk and conversate with them. This is a great program. And the men showed up, and this is what we're doing for the football season. But this is an opportunity for us to pour into our young men who may not have fathers, who may not have any male positive figure in their life. We're stepping up, and we're going to be that light to them because they're probably in darkness, but we're going to be that light to them. We're going to show them that there is a better way just through a relationship and conversation. Not going over there to beat the Bible over their head. We're going over there to find out who they are, what their needs are, and just have a conversation. How you doing? What's going on in school? Hey, what position do you play? Oh, right. Hey, maybe if let me see your skills. Let me see and build that relationship. But they need to see men care about other men and care about what direction that they're going. They need to see that because they're in darkness. They accepted the darkness for what it is. And people don't realize these kids grow up with all the issues and things that they go through, and they carry it off into their adult life. And these are things that they deal with all their lives. Even though they'll say, oh, I've gotten over that, they haven't gotten over anything. But men, we have accepted the dark, and we need to not accept it. Show the light, shine God's light on everything. Don't accept anything no more. You need to be right there on the line. If anything is out of order, we need to say something. If anything is going the direction it should be going, we need to say something. That's the only way we're going to make any kind of change around here. We got to step up. We got to get out of the darkness, and we got to let God's light shine on everything, because God's light will overtake the darkness each and every time. But we got to put in the work. We got to do it. Just want to share that with you. Like I said, we've gotten used to the darkness, but it's not too late. We can make a difference, and we can move on and make things better for not only for our homes and our communities and our churches, for the world in general. Because if men start stepping up and being the men that they're supposed to be and the men that they are, we'll see change. We'll see change. We'll see change. Things will change, but we have to take the lead. We have to make things happen. God gives us the tools. He's our commander in chief. He's giving us our marching orders. So let's make it happen. Thank you for tuning into the Kingdom Men in Action. Like I said, we settle for the darkness. We've gotten used to it. Not no more. It's time to step up. It's time to show up and show out. So I appreciate y'all listening to me. Hey, please like, share, leave a review, share this podcast with whoever. Just send it out. Let them listen. And there'll be a link in the description to that sermon that I was telling you about. Check it out. Listen to it. And until the next time, brothers, this is Brother Parker. Look, I want y'all to be safe out there. I want y'all to make sure that you're taking care of yourselves, because I need you on the battlefield. I need you on the battlefield, so I need you healthy. So make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you're getting your checkups, okay? Make sure you're drinking your water. I want you to be well. I want you to be safe out there. Until the next time, this is Brother Parker. And as always, God